All right. Again, we're just gonna start out with the intro. This your boy, with who you are, uh, whatever you want to call the podcast, and was it what and what you want to teach them.
Okay. Because I did name it the New Artist Breakdown Podcast, but I said that on the post.
Yeah.
But maybe I could change. I feel like maybe I should come up with a better name for it instead of the New Artist Breakdown Podcast. Like, it got to be something like more.
I mean, it's a definitely a skill and trade that the new artists need. But when we're thinking about having it searchable, like as a new artist, I guess they can. Let me see.
New Artist Breakdown Podcast. That's cool. That's a description. I feel like that's more of a description than a name.
No, I mean, but it gives you exactly what it tells you that this is what it is. This is what you're gonna get. So it's no kind of misunderstanding about what you're gonna get on this podcast, right? It's for the new artists, and let me break it down for you.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. So I think you should roll with that one. It's your boy Bam White, on the New Artist Breakdown Podcast. And on this podcast, I want to teach all you new artists. Boom, 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 boom. All right?
For sure.
So let me know when you're ready. I got to do the big clap to kind of to mark it for the sound.
For sure. All right. Give me 1 second. All right, we can do it. Let's go.
Okay. I'm also going to search on Spotify to see if that podcast already exists. New Artist Breakdown.
Yeah.
The new artist breakdown or New Artist Breakdown Podcast.
The New Artist Breakdown Podcast.
Gotcha. Album playlist.
One of the New Artist Breakdowns. If anybody got anything like that.
Yeah, and I think we're good on that. The Artist Way, and yeah, I think we're good on that one. Okay, so I'm gonna do the clap, and you let me know as soon as you're ready. Okay.
Alright, for sure.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Bama White checking in. I'm so excited to announce that we are here today for the New Artist Breakdown Podcast, and it's been a long time coming. Tapping in with the Distorted Cosmos. Y'all make sure y'all go follow them. Sponsored by One Texas Studios. Can't forget that. Here on the New Artist Breakdown, man, we're going to give y'all all the game. We're going to give y'all all the sauce. We're going to talk to you about performance rights, performance royalties, mechanical royalties. We're going to talk to you about building a fan base, how to create a brand, market yourself, collaborate with other artists, also collaborate with other engineers and producers, how to record, mix, master your music, and get that sound right and get that sound tight. This ain't no sound bite, I promise you. The New Artist Breakdown Podcast, hosted by yours truly, Bama White. You know you can follow me everywhere, Bama White Sauce. That's BAMAWHITE Sauce. Tapping in them distorted cosmos. Let's go.
That was a hell of a long intro, but yeah, it's gonna ride.
I mean, I can redo it though.
No, so
I can redo it and shorten it.
yeah, but that's gonna be, so this is gonna be at the beginning of each start, and that's cool, and that's cool, and that's because when they coming in again, you know why you're here.
All right.
You know why you're here. If it's anything outside of that, go somewhere else.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Well, I would say let me do one more then. That's like more, because I came on and said so excited, so people be like, okay, this the first one. We're gonna reuse it. Let me do one that's just more sharp.
Yeah.
For everyone, and I'm gonna shorten it up. I ain't gonna break down too much. I'm just gonna get it to them if I'm just doing a drop.
Bet. All right. So I'm gonna do the count off again. 3, 2, 1.
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Bama White checking in right here at the New Artist Breakdown Podcast with the Distorted Cosmos, powered by One Texas Studios, where we break down all the game for the new artists, all the sauce, all the juice, all the drip. We're going to talk to y'all about performance royalties, mechanical royalties, building a fan base, branding, marketing yourself, collabing with other artists. We got the gems right here for you. So stay tuned. It's the New Artist Breakdown Podcast right here with your boy Bama White. Let's go.
All right, that's good. That was good. All right, so right now, I want you to jump into the ASCAP. Got to be non-formal. Just talk about on the first episode, we're going to talk about ASCAP. You know, is the American Society of Composers, and I can look up some additional. You know, I can pull up their website so we could just, you know, have this on the side for you. Agree and proceed. I'm gonna airdrop the website to you, actually. That way you can be like, hey, you know, but now I just want you to talk about your experiences with ASCAP.
I don't have ASCAP, I have BMI.
Okay. We'll just talk about what they are, and then you know.
I can talk about BMI.
I mean, it's the same thing.
It's the same thing. Yeah, I can talk about BMI and not ASCAP.
Yeah. Well.
I mean, I can mention ASCAP, but essentially the same thing.
It's the same thing. Yeah, exactly. So talk to BMI, mention ASCAP, and what they use for. Try to keep this one about 5 minutes.
Pull up my BMI app real quick.
Mm-hmm. So again, this first section, I just want you to again explain it, what it is, what they do for artists, and why it's important, and then we're gonna pause it after that, and then we're gonna go into another a spot to how to join it, and what's the benefits of joining.
What? This shit say that you gotta pay the. Oh, never mind. Okay, I was about to say what? BMI is motherfucking free in this motherfucker. Okay, yeah. All right, well, yeah, I'm ready.
You ready?
Yeah.
All right. Gotta do the count off. So remember, we're just going through explaining what BMI is. Mention ASCAP, but tell them your experiences is with BMI. Here's what it is, and here's why it's important to artists, and then we're gonna give them like one important facts, and then stop there. Okay. All right. 3, 2, 1.
So first we want to talk about performance royalties, different organizations like BMI, ASCAP. Now I start with BMI. I've been with BMI since 2008. If you don't know what BMI is, it is the Broadcast Music Incorporation. I believe it's incorporation. But essentially they're a performance rights organization. What they do is they collect and distribute your royalties. Now BMI is actually free. Now, okay, you don't have to pay to get with BMI. Okay, BMI is actually free, and it comes with different things like songwriting camps, workshops for musicians. You also get a discount for different things when you are a BMI affiliate. So that's something that you want to do. And again, going back to collecting and distributing royalties, when you go out and you perform at these concert venues, you go back to your BMI or your ASCAP and you register your performance, and then that's how you get those quarterly royalty checks that they send out for your music. So performance royalties, that's an important thing. So all you artists out there, go check out BMI, ASCAP, CSAC, some of those things like that. Do your research, figure out what works best for you. If you need more information, you already know, tap in with the Distorted Cosmos on IG, man. Let's go.
Okay, so in this next section, I want you to talk about the actual process of signing up with BMI, like actually walk through the process for them. So you want to start out by going, if you got a smartphone, download the app, right? Like talk to them like they 5. Really, like step through the step. Don't assume that these niggas know nothing. Assume that you talking to a big ass crowd of rocks, right? And you gotta talk them through the, here's how you join. You sign up. You put your name, your email, boom, 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 right? Then once you're there, then you upload your song, or again, talk them through the process. That way they can actually
Yeah, see, they got to lay out for that, because I swear to God, I don't remember when I signed up, what the process was. It was
Shit, we can can you sign up with like a dummy email address and go through it? No, I would say, cause shit, I got an email address. I can.
They ain't going for that type of shit.
You said it's an app, right?
Yeah, BMI.
Let me see.
As soon as you click on the app, they're gonna send you straight to the motherfucking website. For real. You download the app and say you're not a member, they're gonna send you straight back to the fucking website.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, essentially, you know what I'm saying, but it's just like same shit that you need with anything. You need to start off what it say here. Hold on, let me go back to what it just said. Now, remember, you click on there. To apply, you need the following. All you need is a valid email address and a credit card or debit card.
Okay.
That's all they say on the website.
Yeah, but remember, it's content.
Man, listen.
So this is for like the artist who's, let's say 14, and he just in his room, and like he doesn't really, he understands, but he doesn't understand. So he needs you as a seasoned artist to walk him through it.
All right.
Right? It's a bunch of kids who have no fucking clue about this, right?
All right.
And we got to teach them.
For sure.
And then they're gonna send it to their homeboys because they like, oh, bro, he broke it down for me so easy. Bama White, he broke it down so easy, bro. This nigga's a goat, bro. He broke it down for me.
Right. I got you.
Because those are the conversations that it's simple, it's breakdown, but it also gives you about 5 minutes of talking time, right? It's something of value because, like I said, who else is doing this?
You're right. That's true.
Right? So if we give them half-ass the content, right? They still may have questions like, man, I don't really get it.
Yeah, that's true.
Right?
That's true.
Cool. So that's why I said, man, I can sign up with my email address and I can put in a valid card. And they got career advice, FAQs, royalty information. Oh, you know what? So what you can do is, here, I'm gonna send you this. You can say, look, I'm gonna read you two questions from the actual BMI website, and these right here are pretty. So yeah, this will allow us to validate what you're saying because it's right there on the website. We also can use this as like a pop-up blooper on the podcast. But yeah, these are questions. Say, hey, so what I did was I went to the BMI website and we're gonna kind of go through a couple of the common questions.
Gotcha.
Right, and then you just talk them through these, read the answers, and then again you go through your personal story about that stuff, and then go to the second question, read that and the answer, go through your personal story about that, and then it's done.
I ain't never had a problem with that second question, so I can't answer that.
We talk about you though, but it's already answered. It's already answered. All you gotta do is tell them, hey man, I ain't never had the problem on this part because again, once you're serious about your artistry, we on top of that shit. Cause being, if you on top of your shit and your paperwork is straight, and you ain't fucking putting no fugazi ass, information in there, right? It should be valid. But another question: how do I register my songs? Motherfucker, come with step-by-step instructions. That could be a good one. Again, step-by-step. Pictures and everything. So some of this shit is hard for these people to fucking, fuck it up. But yet, how many artists out here don't do it?
Listen. We don't see you.
So yeah, I think your first part was pretty good about explaining what it is. In this section, I believe going through these questions and answers will definitely give value to the listeners. Again, these is young 14-year-olds who think they want to be in the music industry, and they want to. Here's how you do it right. A lot of people who don't have their songs registered, first question they have is, hey, how do I register my song? You can either tell them if you go to the website that we'll include in the description below. They give you fucking videos how to do this. But
in this video, we'll look at the basic process for registering works online at BMI.com. Step 1, head to BMI.com and log into your online services account.
Well, I ain't getting that deep into it. I'm gonna let BMI explain that part.
Welcome to BMI's registration
They
tutorial.
gotta register to even get to that part.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
Well, this is why I said just those questions and answers, right? It's the question and the answer. All you gotta do is just sum it up. You know, we ain't gotta reinvent the wheel. Somebody else already did it.
alright.
Okay. You ready?
Yeah. Alright.
Yeah. All right. So remember, we're just gonna go over questions and answer, and your personal experience in that particular question. You know, you can point them towards the description, the link in the description, which will have the question and answer that you choose. You ready?
Hold on. Let me see. I'm gonna choose one that feel like stands out.
I think we should just go with the obvious. How do I register my song with BMI? And you know, you can skip that first half of the line, but it's a to you know, first off you go online, you sign in. If you haven't signed in, you need to create a new account. You know.
Alright, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
All right. You ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Yes, so when you're talking about signing up with a performance rights organization, let's go with BMI for instance. So you will go to BMI.com or download the app as you would these days. If you download the app, it's going to be a button there that says not a member. You're going to want to press that. When you press that, it's definitely going to take you to the website. And on the website, it's going to tell you what you need to join as a songwriter. And to apply, you're going to need the following. First, a valid email address and a credit card or debit card. Not to pay anything because, again, it's free. But so to get your royalties, I think they may do like a verification, something like that. But you're not paying anything, though, if you join it as a songwriter. Now, a publisher, that's a different thing. You know, that's a different conversation. We're talking about songwriting here for you new artists. That's the main thing you want to focus on. Along with that, just to kind of give you guys a little bit of how it kind of goes, let's take a look at some questions here so you guys kind of understand like how this kind of really works. So one common question a lot of people have is about copyright, right? So when you upload when you register your music to BMI, your composition now is copyrighted automatically when the composition is copyrighted automatically when the work is created. But they do not copyright your works for you. So you have to go to copyright.gov to get your stuff copyrighted. Remember that they have that link on their website as well, or you'll probably see this link below wherever you just so happen to may see this video one day if you see it. Now, and also too, let's see, how to register your works. If you sign up, or once you sign up, they do have tutorials and things like that for you to take a look at there. So you most definitely want to do that. Let me see what else. Jesus Christ, I don't know. That's tough right there. Cause it's like, man, y'all gotta have this to even understand what I'm saying.
But why is that important? To have. And what was your experience with how did you first get put on to BMI, and what was your life before it and after it? Hold on, wait. I'm gonna start that one over. So, on this section here, I want you to talk about when you was putting out music before BMI and all that. Then once you registered, what does that look like on the other side? Right?
Yeah.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
So for me, I joined BMI back in 2008. Before then, I only did a few shows, really. But the interesting thing is, when I was performing, when I was young and I started, I wasn't doing like open mics and all different types of things like that. Like the first few shows I did, they were like shows. Kind of like, I remember I used to perform at the skating rink.
Mm-hmm.
I remember one time I performed at a talent show as a special guest, and there's an auditorium. It was like 500 people in there. You know what I'm saying? So, and I was a special guest. So yeah, in the beginning, all those, and so I just did my research, man, and then I realized quick, like, dang, like, I can get paid for my shows. And so when I did register like that, when I registered, then I was transitioning back and forth between Alabama and Atlanta, doing open mics there. Then when I moved to Atlanta, of course, I was going open mic crazy, right? And the good thing about that is with these different venues that I was performing at, I was able to make those little royalty checks. They wasn't a lot, but they was enough. You know what I'm saying? Like if you in college or whatnot trying to make it. So I did that, and that allowed me to obviously make some bread, but then still make money off of, because it's quarterly, it's not coming immediately, right? It's like passive income in a sense. So, if you go out there and you don't have to do a lot of shows, you just have to do the right shows, right? It's not about packing the shows out and doing hella shows. Well, it's about packing the shows that you do out, but not packing your schedule out with so many shows, right? So then you go back to your performance rights organization. You say, hey, I performed at this venue at this time. This was the organizer. This how many people were in attendance. This how much it cost to get in, right? You send that, you input that information. They calculate however they do based on whatever algorithm or method they have, and then they provide you with that quarterly check later on. So you have to think about it. Let's say if you performing at a venue and it's only 50 people there and it costs $10 to get in, right? Think about that, as opposed to if you performed at a different venue and it was 1,000 people there and it costs $50 to get in or $20 to get in, whatever the case may be. So you gotta think about things like that whenever you decide to put together your show schedule. And that's something that we'll talk about too